What's up, everybody? Disco Demonic Hydrophonic. Today I'm talking about a couple of things. Last night was the second night I worked with King Paimon in a row. I mean, I worked on him during the convocation. I worked with him during the convocation. I worked with him. The first night I worked with him was the night before last. I actually just focused on a hymn that I got from VK Jahannam's site, and I repeated that 11 times, and my request was for empowerment. And King Paimon definitely fucking delivered, man. I've been having meditations deep as fuck. I heard a voice the other day, like, talk to me on my right side. Normally I hear shit on my left. It was a female voice, but I was in such a deep state that I didn't write it down. I don't remember what she said. But it was fucking a pretty awesome experience. And then, so last night I worked with him. I did the second ritual, which was just a getting to know you ritual. No, I didn't ask for anything. I just, I give blood in everything that I do. So as for an offering, I gave some of my blood. And so it's like I feel like I want to create these bonds with these entities, and I want them to be permanent. And so I did that with him, and oh man, I swear, like, today has been amazing. I've learned so much shit today. I channeled with him last night, and so I got some gnosis that I received. I read it again this morning. It didn't really make any sense to me this morning, but as I reread it today, and actually today I was on the bus on the way back. I was listening to an audiobook, and the name of the audiobook it's on Scribd, so it's really if you have a Scribd subscription, you can go listen to it, and it's called "Waking Up in 5D" by Maureen J. Saint Germain, and so far I'm on the second chapter of this book, and it's a pretty good fucking book. I really like it, and so there's something that stood out to me in the book that kind of boom, like, hit a certain kind of way that I knew I needed to remember, and I actually marked it on my, like, where it was on the phone, but I mean on the actual recording, but I didn't need to revert back to it. When I got back home, I reread the gnosis that I received from Paimon, and it all made sense. And so here's what. Okay, so let me talk about this real quick. I also got some Herkimer in Herkimer stone, so I made this. I already had this part. I made this Herkimer right here. I know it's not pretty, but this is basically to just add energy to my meditations. I need something that hangs low, because when I do my meditations, I do one of the first things that I do is like I mentioned before in my earlier videos, the black flame meditation. So I add the flames here. So I want something that, and after that, I initiate, like, my Lao Gong chakras here in my hands, my energy centers in my hands, and then I use that to activate that energy center, the middle dantian here, and then rotate the energy from my third eye to my heart center, and then move that around, and then I do all kinds of energy work. And then so now I actually move on to, instead of just these three dantian, I use other energy centers. The soul star chakra, I think it is, the one that's up here. I like that one. Do the same thing, and then I do the earth star chakra, and then the one down here, and then and then I rotate all the energy. And man, I swear, the energy has been flowing. I've been feeling really good. Before a meditation, I can feel like crap. After meditation, I feel great. And so I've been having a lot of, like, good energy kind of flowing recently. So that's been really cool. And here's the necklace, so I can actually hold my hand here and push the, like, Reiki or whatever energy I want into there, and rotate that energy. And sometimes I do this. Depends upon I intuit what I do. And so also I've been working with Vril energy. So I'm gonna make a video on that pretty soon. I got a book. I read half of it a couple days ago, and I'm gonna read the rest of it someday soon. But the first half that I read was I was able to learn how to extract Vril from pretty much anything, and then from there put it into, create something, and then like manifest some stuff. And I actually used it when creating a servitor. I utilized the Vril energy, and I had some pretty powerful experiences with that. And I'm still having some pretty powerful. It's been a couple of days, and so I've had been having some really good experiences with that. So I'm gonna let that kind of ride out for a little while before I make a video on all that kind of shit. But to kind of have something toward like an ending. So, but it's been really fucking really cool, man. This Vril is a very powerful energy. When I extracted the energy the way I was taught to do it in the book, oh man, I swear that was fucking awesome. So it's another way to draw energy. So right now, I'm working with Vril, Reiki, just like my energy, universal energy, like the void energy from the void, like dark energy, black flame. All these energies are mixing up and they're working together really well. And so I'm really excited about all this shit. Oh, and the crystals. So basically here's what I got from King Paimon. So this is what he said. Illustrious splendor, which calls to fall in absence, restricts constructs of unbalanced nature from above. And when above meaning the higher realms or higher dimensions, like the fifth dimension and things like that. It's not heaven or whatever. That which is forgotten falls heavy on death, ears, or eyes. It's a slash there. I think I remember I explained what the slash means. Morals of high regard constructed from absence lead to belief in splendor. Forever beckon to higher states with only echoes of the life behind you. This does not mean information but distasteful habits. Your new life awaits you only when you pursue it without anchors. Learning causes further ascent. Believe in all that you see, and all that you see will believe in you. Now there's a lot of shit in here, man, actually, if you analyze it. So I'm going to start with the believe in all that you see, and all that you see will believe in you. Obviously, you start seeing shit, the more you believe in it, the more powerful that resonance becomes, because everything is energy. We're energy. So if we start seeing stuff and believing it, it's going to start reacting to you and like believing in you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to react with the energy, whatever these energy bodies are. If they're just energy bodies, if they're actual spirits and stuff like that. Because we all know that if you ignore spirits or what they tell you, any entity that you're working with, then they stop working with you. So if you believe in them, they will believe in you. So it builds. And that goes with everything, like your higher self, your shadow self, whatever. You have to believe in it for it to believe in you. So that goes with that. So that was pretty cool. And the anchors, actually, this is where anchors was the word, which is funny because it was an anchor that I heard in the book that I was listening to today on the way home from work that resonated with me and actually made me listen to what the lady was talking about. So Maureen was talking about. So what this means, this was very confusing to me when I first read it again in the morning, and put it aside the next day. Okay, this is what I do. I channel. Okay, so this is what I do. I channel. These are notes. So basically I channel, and then I'll put it to the side after I write what I write, and then usually, and then the next day I'll kind of go over to see like what I can decipher from it, like what it meant. I don't really. So I try to remove myself from what it is I'm writing, and I find that I have the most pure channelings that way, because if I'm trying to like analyze and think about it, then I can throw my own like thoughts in there, and I really want to try to avoid that. And so like I just completely just kind of write whatever thoughts coming into my head. I write them down. I don't try to read it over, because then I could try to start making sense of it. And again, I'm wanting to avoid that. So I put it to the side when I'm done. I don't even read it while I'm doing it, and then I read it the next day. So again, I had no idea what it had until I listened to the audiobook. I already mentioned that. So here is what I got. Alright, so we can only view things through the filter of our own life experience, right? So what we need to do is accept and allow for new life experiences in order to let go of past life experiences. Now, so we can grow and move forward. This really resonated with me on my personal level, and what I've been seeing happening with a bunch of other occultists. A lot of other occultists are talking about that the gods or the spirits or whatever are telling them that they need to let go of their past so they can make room for what's happening in the future. And this is definitely what this is. If we hold on to the past, it anchors us to this dimension. So we cannot, it's harder for us, or we cannot move forward if we're like holding on to that, right? So this is what this means. And a past life experience anchors you to the third dimension, and looking for how we can relate to new life experience through understanding we have gained in the past restricts us if after coming to a point of understanding we do not let go of that past experience. So once you get to the level of understanding, you have to let go of that past experience. It has served its purpose. You know what I'm saying? And then from there you can move on and use that to let that go completely, and just move forward with that, because it restricts us from reaching higher dimensions and evolutionary, our evolutionary ascent. Basically, like, I see this as an evolutionary ascent. I don't see this as just like, I want to become more blah blah blah. This is like, I'm drawn to this, like, as far as ascension, because I feel that the human race, that's what's happening. And I was just looking at my finger, man. That's pretty funny. So part of my story is this guy. I was in a fight with this dude, and he bit off my finger. So I know it's which finger it is, but the dude bit it off, man, and then I guess he swallowed it because when the cops came, they couldn't find it. So I was just looking at that. So probably now, every time you watch my videos, you're probably going to be focusing on that, but you'll get over it. I've gotten over it. And so yeah, thank you for watching my video. Hopefully this made sense. And I want to start adding a new little thing. So I think I said it the last time. But if you like my videos, share it with your friends. If you don't, share it with your enemies. Have a good day. Take it easy. Later.